What's up, you guys? Your friendly neighborhood loser Eages here. Yeah, I need a shave and a cut, and I'm clean, but I could use another shower. I'm so tired. I wasn't gonna turn on the camera today. This is just my smartphone. I could do it daily on the GoPro. Actually, it wouldn't be hard to do. It wouldn't be hard to do, but I've got like 30 minutes to myself before I have to leave. So we're gonna cruise, and I will mouth diarrhea my thoughts, I suppose. So, I got too crazy, and I started staying up too late over 4th of July vacation, man. Last night, I barely slept. Like, I was just really uncomfortable. My stomach hurts right now, too. Oh, man. It's cool, I know I'm out of shape or whatever, and I went real hard. I skateboarded. I did all these activities that I haven't done for like 20 years, and I like did them like with a little bit of push. And so I'm kind of like, but if I had one day just to sleep and recover, when people are like, well, you're getting older, taking a slam won't feel so good. You're getting older. And it's like, well, yeah, but it's no biggie. I just need like a day to recharge. Okay, when I was younger, I would be done with a skate session, sweaty, tired. I'd go shower off. I'd be like, oh man, like, fuck, I'm tired. Right? And then the homie would be like, hey man, you want to go to the BMX track? And I'd be like, skate and bike in one day? Okay, fuck yeah. A lot of days we're skating and biking. Like, what would you do if you won the lottery? Oh, I'd just be a hoodlum loitering around neighborhoods and skateboarding and BMXing not that well. That would be it. I don't want to fucking go to work. I don't want to go to work today. And yes, the song is AI. What am I talking about? Oh yeah. I didn't want to give the guy any attention. I'm not a commentary channel, right? I will make commentary on things that are happening in current events on my Eages channel here while I'm making funny videos, smoking, or playing, right? But I'm not gonna make straight up react. You know what I mean? In that way, I did want to watch some of these bad AI songs, and I did want to like formulate my opinion about how harmful it is and why. Because the problem wherein, hang on, let me try, and my brain's not booted up yet, you guys. I all night I barely slept, and I kept looking at my phone. I was like, it's 3. I'm gonna wake up at 5. I'll be fine. Then it was 4. I'll wake up at 5. It was 4:45. Oh, I got 15 minutes to rest my head. Oh, dude, this sucks. Being this tired sucks. But what I was saying is, there's some of the fake country singers and the really, I'm not like it's a cringe so hard. And look, I'm a progressive guy, and I care about everyone's ability to pursue happiness, right? There needs to be a slur invented for people like that. Okay? There needs to be a slur invented for people like that. Hey, I don't care if it's fake. It still sounds great. There's like fucking MP3 artifacting and little chirping and dingles and like the voice stretches and stuff. Sounds great. All right, okay. let's just say AI got to a point where it can impeccably imitate music. Because right now it can, to the people who like have caca ears. You have caca ears and you think the fake music is real. Like, I don't understand how you could like it's an apparent absence of human touch. When someone writes a song and they're like they quantize notes, 2 beats on a time signature. Ba 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 ba. The AI will just all of a sudden, oh, that doesn't fit, and it'll like cut a word in half, or like it'll just smush it in, and it doesn't blend. The problem with the people who go, it's fake and I don't care. Well, with the cowboy in the duster jacket and the handlebar mustache, and everybody likes it, and it's AI generated, it looks like PlayStation 2 graphics, and he's singing like, I don't give a shit if you don't like me. I'm a rebel and I tell it how it is. Does every look, man? There are people that are real motherfuckers and they will tell it like it is. But does every rude fucking asshole in every friend group be like, people don't like me because I tell it like it is? It's like, no, you're a rude asshole, and like you're misconstruing the two. You think you're that down motherfucker that's like, yeah, I tell it like it is. That's why I ruffle some feathers. No, you're the asshole of the friend group that just like says stupid shit and uses slurs still. You're that friend. So like, well, what's the problem? You're gatekeeping. People are allowed to like what they want. Okay? You narcissist, and people don't have to adhere to your sense of cool, Eages. It's like, yeah, but when you go, yeah, the AI song was fucking awesome and I loved it. What does that do for art? Not only what does it do for art, you've reduced yourself to like, yeah, I might be a basic existentialist, and I'd be like, I like skateboard, I like weed, Tom Hanks movie, cool. Yeah, when you really break it down and put me into a box like that, anyone could be minimized, right? Bro, they took the 3 things that you like: a whiskey drinking outlaw wearing a duster, and he says, I don't take shit from nobody, I'm a rebel, and he flips a middle finger to the man. Like, that's what these weird fucking hillbilly yokels, they like. No, it's just a guy. They like, okay, how do I explain? Because I'm on no sleep right now, right? But how do I explain what I'm trying to explain? Someone made an AI cowboy and reduced you to like 3 things. You know how people make those fake country songs that are like beer, tits, truck, beer, tits, and it still sounds like a real country song, and it doesn't even sound like a joke song? That's kind of what's happening here. Is like somebody come up with I think his name is Kane, like Kane something, like a fake cowboy. There's a lot of fake cowboys, and the Vikings, which I need to talk about. But like, yeah, he's like, I don't give a shit if you don't like me. Keep on walking, motherfucker. Yeah. And like, it's funny because not only has it reduced like the viewer or the listener to like basic, like, you like cowboys, you smoke Marlboros, and you like whiskey, and you don't take shit from nobody, right? Not only did it like reduce you to that, the character too. The character, like, the AI did it, right? Before it would be a person, they'd be like, all right, what do these dumb hogs like? They like unfiltered cigarettes, like Lucky Strikes, and they like cowboys, and they hate black people and gay people, and what, like, dude, I have no clue why so many people love the AI cowboy and the AI Vikings. Okay, I'm not even talking about Phoenix flexing yet, but that guy's a piece of shit. Like, and it's funny with the Phoenix flexing thing because, like, Yeah, the song is totally fake. And you can't just say, oh yeah, it's like we used AI Pro Tools. You can't just say that. Just say like, yeah, I had an idea for a song, and I like Morrissey and like the Smiths and like some old new wave, and I like some 80s music, and so I come up with this beat, I sung this song, and then we ran it through the AI Pro Tools, and then it finished it for us. Why don't you just say it? You know why they can't? There ain't no stems. There's no individual tracks. The whole thing is AI. That's the thing. It's not like they used the AI Pro Tools to fucking sing for him or something. They used the whole fucking thing, right? The problem is, it's so cringy because the it's not even about the song being a breakout or anything. What it is the producers behind the scenes trying to drum up controversy around AI so that the conversation gets started, so that they could be like, look, is this really that detrimental to society? Is this really that terrible for musicians? Like, come on now. It's just a tool. Well, like using like computer aided tools to like come up with sounds and concepts, that's cool. I don't mind that. But then a person has to execute said concept. Like, you can't just like, there's a certain, like, okay, using assists is whatever. I would never do that because I'm not a casual, right? I will sit there over and over and over for hours and try and play the same until I get a song figured out. And dude, the problem is that like they're not just coming out and saying, yeah, it's AI, I don't care, because they want it to drum up controversy and they want the conversation to explode. They want the conversation around AI to be explosive so that they can be like, you guys, we didn't really do anything. The problem becomes anybody can put in a prompt, come up with a really bad melody, and like, here's the thing, these AI tools are primitive, but if you already know how to make music ahead of time, and then you like give the AI a sample of you making music, it's gonna sound more realistic. Instead of you like singing on the toilet and then the computer has to do everything, right? If you give the AI a prompt of you already playing music and like making beats and singing, it's got all the data it needs to make a more cohesive. It's still an obviously fake sounding song. It's still 100% fake sounding song, but it's more realistic than like the ones where you like hear two voices or you hear like some sounds that don't fit. But dude, in the Phoenix Flexing song, there is digital artifacting, and you can hear like weird chirps and bleeps. And it's and like, here's the thing. Here's one of the biggest points I want to make about this Phoenix Flexing situation is like, you didn't need AI to make that song. Like, it. How do I articulate? I'm harnessing my inner Charles White here. Hey guys, the Phoenix Flexing situation is crazy. Hey guys, it's Charles. I kind of looked like a blonde version of him before I cut my hair. But anyway, yeah, this is your moist critical, your normie Jesus stance on it. It's like, hey, you didn't even need AI to make that song because it wasn't a hard song. Like, it wasn't, how do I put this? 2 seconds of a guy on a shitty MIDI keyboard, 2 seconds of a guy making a beat on an MPC, and like 2 seconds of you singing in a ribbon microphone through that old filter. Done. You're done. Some gated reverb on some snare drums. You're done. That's it. You didn't even need AI to make the song. That's what's frustrating about it. Like, I don't care if a rapper wants to do a synthwave song or whatever. That's cool. Not everyone like is stuck in their genre. Like, I know some hip hop heads that listen to industrial music with me. Actually, a lot of hip hop heads listen to industrial, right? But it's like, so yeah, that's cool. If a rapper wants to make a different style song because he feels that energy, that's awesome. I love that. That's really cool. But you did not need AI to make this song. You know, swiping cards and stacking chips. The cadence is off. It sounds terrible. I don't understand why people think it doesn't sound terrible. They're like, this is going to be like the song for GTA 6. How can you not sound... It sounds like Robert Smith singing through a filter of Put It on the Ritz. That's what it sounds like. It doesn't really sound like a real new wave song. It sounds like the computer's trying hard to follow the 100 prompts that you gave it. And anyway, like, dude, why are people so quick to like defend the artificial intelligence? You didn't make anything. You didn't make a single goddamn thing. And I've ranted about this before on my morning drive rant before. There are people that I went to high school with that call themselves AI artists. You tell them something and they put in a prompt into the computer, and then they charge you for what the computer spits out. There's got to be laws against this shit. There's got to be laws against this shit, because I'm literally trying to like come up as a content creator, and there's people that like have completely fake generated content and it gets so many views. Like, okay, was there one short where I used the AI assist? Yes. Did I do it because I'm talentless? No. I did it because I accidentally hit the edit with AI button and I was saying some dirty stuff. And rather than YouTube being like, oh yeah, you can't say that, it rendered the song. And it was like, suck and fuck. Let's get some suck. Put it in my mouth. Yeah, let's suck it off. And I thought it was so funny. Yeah, that's the only proper use for AI, is like putting the most weirdest shit, like a Mad Libs, and seeing if the computer like can fucking figure it out. So literally, I don't condone the use of AI in content creation. Then there's no content being created. It's just being pulled out of the ether like slop through a fucking... It's like sucking diarrhea through a swirly straw. Okay? But it's clogged with pubic hair. Right? That's the AI... Dude, it's so bad. It's just so bad. It's just so stupid. Now, if you want to use like AI models to like come up with concepts, like be like, oh, like dragon, astronaut, space age warrior, and then it comes up with some samurai wearing a NASA helmet, right? Well, then that is like an idea. Like you could like, because it's gonna come out sloppy and floppy and weird because it's AI. That's an idea you can actually apply, and you can be like, oh, like space samurais. Oh, okay, space samurais. Oh, like a western. Oh, Cowboy Bebop already did that. Oh, okay. But you get what I'm saying, right? Like if you like just like spin the wheel and then like something comes up because you're having writer's block or lack of inspiration, then that's right. But using AI to actually create stuff, I'm gonna get back to Phoenix flexing. Don't get me wrong. The problem is people are like, I love this. It's AI and I love it. But it's like, what? So like, let's just say that they used all my targeted ads and all my Google data, and then it wrote a song, and it was a guy who's all dressed like a skater, and he's like, yeah, man, and he's like throwing up some horns, and he's like got a skateboard, and he's got a fat joint in his mouth, and he's like got like an Offspring t-shirt, and he's like listening to like Front 242 or something, like, and it's like, a punk rock song about liking industrial or something. I don't know. And then maybe he's like playing Sega. He's got a wallet, chain, and sunglasses. Okay, that would just be the AI cowboy, but catered to me. That's the problem. People don't realize that, like, they're being reduced, sampled, and catered to. So, like, sometimes it's cool when an artist does something that you don't like. So, like, in other words, the thing with AI artists is going to be so niche, it's going to be like, oh, this is this guy that raps about tacos. And I will only listen to the guy that raps about tacos. I don't like when he raps about hot dogs. That's not my shit. It's just going to get so weird. And, you know, the late, great Terence McKenna, he said this himself. He said, reality, existence, as technology and culture progress, it is going to become so weird that we will stop and talk about how weird it's become. And we've already gotten there. Tim Heidecker taking over the Onion and taking over InfoWars. We're already in the truth is stranger than fiction era, right? So when Terence McKenna said things are going to be weird and they're going to be so weird we're going to have to stop and talk about them, he's so right. Rest in peace, Big Dog. And if you haven't had 5 dried grams in silent darkness, buy a scale. For heaven's sakes, buy a scale. That's my Terence McKenna impression. What a great guy. It's so funny how scientists were all up in arms, or like there were some scientists that were all like, time wave 0, oh my god, there's going to be a cataclysmic event. And Terence McKenna was a cheeky guy, right? Time wave 0 was his birthday. So he plotted out a chart and made this whole like thing about like, look, it lines up with like, this is exactly 50 years to the date since Hitler did the Holocaust, and this lines up with this point in time in history. He goes, there's ups and downs in history, and you and they're quantifiable, and you can tell when the next big thing is going to happen, and the next big thing is time wave 0. It was his birthday. It was a crank. And it's funny because in the psychedelic community, a lot of people were like, yeah, you guys, it's just a crank. He's jerking you guys off. He's talking about his birthday is the plot line on the graph, on the chart. And I thought that was so clever and so funny, right? It's like, even after he died, there, like, people were like freaking out about this time wave 0, and it was just junk science that he did so that like time wave 0 occurred on his birthday. It's kind of funny. But there's still people thinking that it was all real, and they're trying to flesh out like the time wave sequences, and it's like that was kind of a little bit too hokey pokey even for Terrence. It was totally a funny joke. But anyway, the AI music is, there's so many things to say that yes, I should start writing things down. And if I do a pre-recorded video where I write stuff down and I hit bullet points, I can hit the bullet point and I can talk about it and move on, right? I want to become more structured. But when I just throw my phone in the car in the morning and I go, this is like literally me on maybe 2 hours of broken sleep, and I got a long day ahead of me at the office. But anyway, there's so many points to make. It's almost like going to a restaurant that has too many good options. You just you get a little overwhelmed and you're like, I want 3 of those and 2 of those. My neck hurts. Oh. At first I thought I was just sore from getting back into skateboarding, which Wait, the other morning session video is gonna get uploaded, okay? Don't you worry. I landed a couple tricks and I fell really hard also. I did a nice heel flip, like probably 2 feet off the ground. Nice vertical pop. Did a nice heel flip, then immediately fell off the skateboard after when I was rolling away. Anyway, the AI music is bad because people won't go out of their comfort zone. If there's like not only a music, but a fake dude on the face of the music that's like exactly what you think is cool. And first of all, can I just say this? Hey, you guys who think you're outlaw rebels, but then you like fucking suck off cops. That's not... I've literally seen Back the Blue, thin blue line, right? I've literally seen that fucking bumper sticker on the same bumper sticker on the same car as Don't Tread on Me. You got Don't Tread on Me and Back the Blue at the same time. You're dumb. The cops are the people that do the treading on you. They're the social servants. They're the arm of the government. They're the localized demons. Eages, are you one of those defund the police libtards, man? We need order. Yeah, you need cops and you need laws so people don't just run around doing crazy shit. Defund the police was a cool movement that got co-opted by the right-wingers, and they literally took it for face value, literally, and they're like, they want to get rid of cops in their neighborhood, and then who's going to help them? It's like, no. Defund the police was like, yeah, you don't need a military NPC. You don't need all the rifles and red dot sights and all the crazy fucking... Why do police need claymore mines? Explain to me why police need claymores. See, that's where it gets to, like, martial law, we're getting into fascism, and then you've got an explosive killing device that police have. Cops aren't supposed to have army gear. SWAT team can have army gear because they're special weapons attack team. That's what SWAT is. Special weapons attack team. Okay? Like, regular police were getting fucking kitted out, bro. And they were, like, had tanks and shit. So that's where defund the police came in. But just like any other, like, good movement, it gets fucking taken. Like, the word woke. The word woke was never a bad fucking thing. The right-wingers interviewed the most stupid college liberal green-haired septum-piercing fucking cringe fest that they could find. They're like, let's go to like a queer disabled person, and then they will seem really weird to our audience. Let's interview them. And then the word woke instantly, you're woke and gay. You're one of them queer libtards. Like, a good thing instantly. Like, the word woke used to just mean like, I'm aware of the evils going on. Like, I know police brutality is a thing. Like, I know that people in the government are just lining their pockets. Like, being woke, being aware to the evils used to be like a good thing. Like, hey, bro, I'm woke to the evils. Like, you might give your solidarity fist. You might throw it up to your brother friends, right? To show them that you're an ally. But just the word woke being turned into something that's like fucking, that's gay. It's stupid libtard stuff. It's like, dude, like, I don't think about it in these terms like they do, but they're winning the culture war. They're winning the culture war. And they're the most racist, ignorant fucking... Sorry, my rant is off today. I woke up to the Phoenix Flexin' song on my feed, and I just, like, I have no respect, bro. I have no respect. Like, it's like, dude, fuck, like, dude, here's the thing. Do whatever you want, okay? I'm my own entity, moving about the universe under my own power. You're your own entity, moving throughout the universe under your own power. You know, I'm not telling any other people, oh, you can't. But do not create a song using the fucking computer and then go, I'm an artist. No, you're not an artist. You're a dumb cocksucker. You're a dumb, stupid fucking bitch. Like, I don't give a shit. Bro, here's the thing. If I saw Phoenix in the street, oh, bro, he ain't really thug, man. I'd test his ass. I'd check his ass. He ain't thugging, man. Shoreline Mafia, fucking more like fucking dildo up your ass mafia. Right? Fucking stupid ass motherfuckers. And all of his crew, they're like, yeah, man, it's the shit. Because everybody's gonna get a paycheck out of this shit. But is the fucking paycheck worth ruining music? Like, if someone said, if you put out this fake song and I'll give you $1 million, your life will be changed, I would be like, no, because then I would be the fake song guy. You get what I'm saying? Like, the ability to buy people has, motherfucker, there's guys that you say, will you put out this song for $2,000? It's fake. And they would do it. Bottom line is, Phoenix flexing is a bitch. And he's not hood. And he's not hard. He ain't tough. He's part of the hairline mafia. Fucking loser. Fucking loser. Honestly, man, I wish I could meet a guy like that in real life and just give him a piece of my mind and check him on his hoodness, bro. Hit me, bro. I'll snatch your chain up. Hit me, bro. I'll snatch your chain right the fuck up, bro. I'll be out of there so quick. To the pawn shop so quick. Get the fuck out of here. I'll snatch your fucking shit up. Probably got plastic ass diamonds. Fake ass motherfucker. That shit really gets me heated. Get under my skin. It's like, bro, I actually like play instruments and as a hobbyist. And I like sing and stuff and play instruments in my spare time. This guy's gonna get fucking so rich off of a song. He clicked start. Does he get royalties for clicking start on the computer? And it's funny because I like a lot of electronic influenced music. I listen to everything, right? But I like a lot of electronic influenced music. Synthesizers, sequencers, arpeggiators, you know, drum machines, just synth, raw synth and stuff. And then back in the day, people would say, oh, that bleep bloop, that electronic music, oh, all you do is press buttons. You could just hold down and it plays an arpeggiation. You know, you're just pressing buttons. No, you're not. And that was the consensus, but now you are. Do you see how it's changed? You're not just pressing buttons when you play synthesizer. It is a machine for making music. You kind of have to know how to play the piano a little bit just to fuck with the keyboard interface. But, you know, people like Herbie Hancock and Kraftwerk, just a lot of people, Michael Jackson, using ARP synthesizers and stuff, just, you know, the TR-808 drum machine, the most motherfucking popular shit to ever fucking... So, like, all of this stuff we've accumulated is for nothing if we just go, AI prompt, make a song, sell it. People will still listen to it because it has a beat. People turn their brains off and there's music on in the background. It's not so much that I don't like the guy. I don't like the guy. He's a pussy ass bitch and I would throw hands with him. He's a pussy ass bitch, right? I'm gonna tell you right now, he looks so sad, like you fucking, and he falls over, right? He kind of looks sad in his own picture, like in his own video footage. When Andrew from Channel 5 was interviewing him, he looked like, oh my God, what did I get? Like, his eyes were like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? And you know what? I don't give a fuck. He said, I ain't written a song in like 10 years. Just take away his rapper card. He said wroten. W-R-O-T-E-N. I wrote in a song. Bro, I hate this. I hate where the world is going. I sound like a boomer. I sound like a old man shakes fist at the sky. But like, dude, I love music. And if I ever blow up on YouTube, I would maybe start making some more of my own music, right? But now if there's like a computer out there doing music too, why even try? Why even try to come up with something original just so that it can get passed over? I don't know. Anyway, my Jerry Springer final verdict is that fuck that guy. Fuck the whole situation. The song is fake. The guy is fake. Like, there's just so many comments going like, it's fake, so who cares? It's a good song. It's like, what do you mean? How do you get so hyped over something that someone else didn't create it? Why are you so, like, I don't get, like, usually, like, here's the interaction. The artist creates the piece, releases the piece, people connect with it, relate to it, feel it, and then they say, oh, we love your music, and then the artist, it comes full circle. The artist creates the art, it incites an emotional response or a response. Then the listener says, oh, so-and-so, I like your music. Then the artist gets his accolade, and it whoop, in a circle. He brought something into the world, people enjoyed it, and the joy came back, okay? How is that? How are you hyped on a song that's not real? I don't get it. Like, how, like, in your brain, if someone tells me, oh yeah, by the way, that song was fake, then I'll be, oh, okay, well, alright, okay, yeah. By the way, that song was fake, and they still bump it. It's so stupid. It sounds like, I'm trying not to come off as like self-centered, like me, but it's like, dude, it's gonna get to a point where we can't reverse what's done. I don't understand how people are literally getting hyped for a song that's fake. So you want to go see the guy perform it and he just hits the space bar to hit play? My stomach hurts. I don't want to be here. Don't forget to check out my shit, though. Like, I made a bunch of shit. I'm releasing 3 or 4 new videos tonight. With skateboarding, weed, funny jokes, and lots of nature. I've been rescuing turtles because it's been raining so much. The turtles are coming up to street level and they're all walking around, and like, if that snapping turtle got me, bro, I would have been cooked. I would have been fucking cooked. Just, it was so strong. I had to turn off the camera and like kind of like push it because he could turn his head like back really far. Anyway, not to mention the Can't Sleep Through the Night. That's a Morrissey song. Or the Smiths. The Smiths. I don't know. You guys, Can't Sleep Through the Night and Jagged Little Pills. Those are all like, that's, I think that's from The Cure or the Smiths. You guys, that's not like the computer actually like ripped lyrics from other songs. I don't know, man. It's so sloppy. Now, if the computer was a sentient AI like Cortana from Halo or like any other fucking sci-fi where you talk to the computer, then yeah, then you can make an AI song and be like, hey, give me those drums from this song, and can I get the snare from this song, and can you make this beat? And then, yeah, then you're just using a computer. You're still making the music, the computer's just organizing it for you. I just really hate what we're living through as humans. I'm gonna say it again. How are people so hyped on a fake song? Like, how are people... I don't get it. So can I just open any software and be like, make a song about Tom Hanks eating tacos and smoking pot? And then it would make it, and then I just release it, and I get millions and millions and millions and millions of views. Like, I'm struggling to understand how that's fair, how that's like I'm not gonna do it, but the temptation to make a fake song to get like 1 million people to see my channel, it's there. That's the problem. Like, I can open Suno, come up with a song, and keep in mind, I actually have the ability to write music. Like, that's actually what I do as a hobby off camera. As I started playing keyboard again, started singing again, so I'm not, I'm no professional, but I could fucking put a song together. I can crack DAW, and I could lay a drum line and play some nice synths, and I can get a fat lead, and I could have some strings or pads going, and I'll have that bass arpeggiating with the kick drum. A nice little synth pop song, right? I can do it. But the temptation to use the computer is so, hey, this guy who's like a rapper, a small-time rapper, and now he's like not only that, he's gonna be the poster child. He's the one starting the controversy. He's the one starting the conversation around it. So like, I hate him, but like, he knows his place in time. He's like, I'm gonna be the guy that drums up the controversy. I'm gonna be the guy that creates all the conversation around AI, and I'm gonna laugh my way to the bank. Which is kind of sad when you think about it. But going back to the point I made like a half hour ago, because I can't even collect my thoughts today. It's like, this is how I imagine Normie Jesus, Moist Critical, reacting to it. Hey guys, the AI song situation's out of control. We got a goofy goober on our hands, and he's going full stretch butthole on this AI song stuff, you guys. Well, what would Charlie say? He would say like, why are you getting hyped for a fake song, guys? But Charlie would say this. So you're gonna call yourself a musician after using the computer to make a song? And then he would say, I think he might go on to say, I can't think of what I was gonna say. I only took one sip of this. I need to get moving on it. So this is what Moist Critical might say. Hey guys, that song didn't even need AI to be written. It wasn't particularly difficult or bizarre. You just needed a couple guys that could play a shitty MIDI keyboard, and a couple of guys to put some gated reverb on that snare drum, and wow, you've got an 80s song. Fucking bring out that Roland. Get that Jupiter, get that TR-808. Better get that TR-808, which there's literally unlimited samples of the TR-808 in fucking FL Studio or whatever the fuck you use. You can download, there's so many plugins of that drum machine. So like, why would you even need AI to make that song if it's not Like maybe like the rapper's like, hey, I'm a cool rapper, I'm from the block, I'm a bad motherfucker, and I'm fucking stacking up chips and getting bitches. Oh yeah, right? And then he wants to do like a death metal song, but he really doesn't know how to program those fucking drums. So he kind of like goes roar to the best of his metal vocals, and then he lets the computer fill in the rest. I mean, that that's a situation where like, oh yeah, he needed AI because like he can play guitar but not that fast. Okay? Like he wants to emulate something that he likes but he like can't do himself, right? So maybe that, but using AI for like a simple like kind of smooth like 80s vibe synth wave, that's dorky. That's fucking dorky as fuck. Yeah. So that's it. I mean, you did not need AI to create the song. Sorry, I was blowing my nose and I didn't want to be like all gross on camera, you know? But fuck dude. Having time off work and getting footage was great. Trying to get back into skateboarding is great. I took some really hard falls, but I'm lucky I didn't hit my noggin or anything. I spent my time trying not to like pass out and barely landing tricks that were like, I don't know, unconscious back then. Just be like, oh, coming up on the curb, I better like do a kickflip up it. But like now I have to think about it. Like as I'm approaching it, I'm like, okay, you're coming up. All right, you're close. All right, snap. All right, how hard do I gotta snap? Okay, slide. Okay, flick. Like I think about it now. I gotta start skating so that I don't think about it like it used to be like just perform. Anyway, Phoenix Flexen says, he said, I Roten. And then he said, I can't speak through the night when his own lyrics are, can't sleep through the night, which I swear to God is from a Morrissey song. Like, there's a song where it's like, I can't sleep through the night. Maybe it's the Smiths or the Cure. I don't mean to be lumping all that stuff together. I'm more of like a harsh electro kind of guy. So like I was into more like VNV Nation and shit than like the Smiths or whatever. Like, you know, on some old head shit, like How Job. Better Homes and Gardens is a really good driving album, dude. I like How Job and like Nitzer Ebb and like Front 242. Like old, like really kind of older industrial has this really sick DIY quality to it, and like just like the effects on the early vocals, like the echo and reverb and like, you know, something that's really, it sounds aggressive and almost military. And it's like, but then there's like dancey bits and like sweeping synth pads. Yeah. I can't always listen to that kind of industrial all the time. It's very ethereal. But like driving the car, putting on some like Frontline Assembly, yeah, that's some good stuff. Yeah. Skinny penis. I mean, skinny puppy. Yeah, dude. So just in case you guys don't know, Toby Keith was a disgusting racist piece of cock. Rest in piss. You got cancer because you said the N-word too much. You're an asshole. Right? Fucker. What people don't realize is that in his patriotic song, that happened after 9/11. The original lyric was not, "We'll put a boot in your ass." The original lyric was, "We'll put a bullet in your ass." And they had to like, I'm not doing a fucking a Mandela effect, okay? Not doing a Mandela effect. Like, people know, if you could find the original song, just like, you know, the original song for the Black Eyed Peas was like, "Get retarded, let's get retarded," and they had to change it. The original Toby Keith lyric was, "We'll put a bullet in your ass," and like Muslim groups were like, "Hey, like, this is stochastic terrorism. You can't fucking say that." They pulled it from the radio and they changed it. And so when he did it live some places, he would say the "I'm gonna put a bullet in your ass" version, and he would like have to pay a fine. People don't realize this. They let racism coexist with them because it doesn't affect them. Racism is fucked up. Okay? And I'm not like one of those white passing people who's like, "Oh yeah, like, give me some of that oppression. Let me take away from the hell that black people went through. Let me make it about me." No. People here are so racist that I'm Italian, right? Okay? My last name looks like macaroni. I've been called so many different slurs for being Italian. Let that sink in, man. I look like just like any other white jerk-off, right? I should have privilege talking to some other white jerk-off who's a racist, right? Nope. I've gotten called a European N-word. I've gotten called Guinea, Dago, WAP, fucking alternative SPIC. Yeah, someone called me an alternate, like people from Spain. People are fucked. And you know what? One of the instances when I was younger, it was like high school age. The kid who was being racist to me was Polish. And I'm like, "Hey, aren't you like Polish?" And he's like, "We're American." I was like, "Oh shit. Sorry, broski." You see what I did there? Oh man, and it's gonna be a couple days working solo here at the shop. Do I have my skate shoes with me? I do. Oh, I just slammed my, god damn it. Just slammed my tripod like a motherfucker. I mean, it's pretty indestructible, but well, hang on, chat. I have a small amount of time to keep ranting and being weird. Like I said, I probably only slept for an hour. And then right when I got comfortable enough, my cat jumped on me and woke me up and said, "It's feeding time." Give me 1 second. I gotta blow my nose. How's the quality on my streams, guys? Does it look okay? I know sometimes when I go through rural areas, it gets kind of shitty. Dude, I have not done a gaming live stream in a couple of weeks. Would you guys like to see me go miniature golfing? I went miniature golfing with my dad on Saturday, right? And I got a hole-in-one on a weird course, right? And who's that motherfucker? Dude, again, I'm just a critical thinker. I'm just like, I'm always hyper vigilant of things. So it's not like, oh, dude, like, stop. Like, people, you're insufferable. Like, let people do what they want. But that guy works over there, right? He works over there on that side. And instead of just turning and going into the parking lot, he goes all the way to our parking lot, turns around, and then comes. Again, I'm not the cool police. You can just be you. That's one of the message I want to preach on this channel is be yourself. Your parents are like, oh, you're trans. So, fuck you. I'm me. All right? I'm gay, whatever. Be yourself. Maybe you want to be a white rapper and your dad is racist and he says turn off that N-word music. Fuck them. Be yourself, dude. But also, that guy added an extra step to his commute. And he does it every morning because I'm always trying to figure out. He parks right in front. He parks over there. I'm not going to show it because I'm in my place of business and work. But the neighbors over there on the N unit, right, in this industrial park, that guy walks right in that front door every day. But instead of parking in the parking space, just turning out of the roundabout or the circle and just turning right into his parking space, he goes around our parking lot, turns around, and comes back, and then hangs a left into his parking space. I don't know, maybe he's looking for someone. I don't fucking know. It's weird. It's a pattern I noticed, though. Just like me cracking my neck, and it's... Oh! So, like, to anyone who thinks that I have, like, a Tourette's tick, I don't. I have chronic pain. And, like, out of nowhere, I'll just get, like, tension and stiffness. And the only way sometimes is to fucking get rid of it is to, like, massage it out and, like, give a little press. And sometimes you roll your neck and then it, like, relieves the pain. I don't know what that is. But my sleeping situation is really bad, you guys. I don't want to go into the personal life outside of the Eages channel, but Jesus Christ. Ugh. That's alright. It's alright. It's alright. So anyway. Fuck. It's called a Twix bar because the word betwixt my butt cheeks. It means to be in between something. Oh, that's really good. I'm coming. No, I'm coming. Oh, yeah. I'm coming. Yeah. Reroute us. We're going into the furnace. Her name's Anya. More like Inya. Talking about strap on. Marcus got pegged. He got pegged so much, he turned into a horse with wings. You get it? He was a Pegasus. He put the sus in Pegasus. Motherfuckers try to play me, but I'm so hot. No, wait, actually, let's make that into a real bar. Something about when motherfuckers want to try and play me, they forget that I'm hood and I'm classy because I put the Merc in Mercedes. Oh! Oh! I got bars. I aim for the stars. All you got is coughs because you got SARS. Yeah. I drive the foreign cars. Yeah. Blowing the black tar. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Don't do heroin. Don't do heroin. Oh, don't you shoot up heroin? No. No. Before people get to that level, they usually just like any raw opiate in the nose, right? Or smoking on foil. That's some crackhead shit, but people do that. And then, but here's the thing. People go to doing that. People actually do the intravenous because they're so addicted and they're so they need to get their rush that it has to be introduced immediately so that they start feeling the feeling quicker. And that's kind of like that's a sad part of addiction. And unfortunately, we have like tent cities around the United States because of the old drug laws, and people can't get help for their addictions. And like, yeah, society casts aside the homeless and stuff, and it's pretty fucked up to see. And I know I have a loud voice for it, but it's like, well, hey, Eages, you're not out there actually helping, blah, 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 blah. I did the soup kitchen once, and then I did something else that I think was like, yeah, community service, right? Not court mandated community service, but it was like picking up the park and whatever, and I try to donate when I can, but I have no money. Nobody has money. So, like, if you can't physically do something, you gotta be loud about the injustices and evils of the world so that people that do have a bigger voice and people that do have a bigger wallet can help. Because right now there's a lot of evil going on in the world. Right? There always has been, but right now we're living through some bullshit, you guys. I'm gonna finish my beverage, and this will be the end of the daily rant, but I don't know. I got really like in a catatonic, like weird fucking spaced out mindset. Not from the habitual pot smoking, but from the not sleeping at all. And so when I was not sleeping at all and I woke up to the Phoenix flexing, and there's so many people like making YouTube channels, and some of them are like 96 million views from reposting that song, the AI song. I got so mad. I was like, this guy is getting the exposure of a lifetime, and he didn't make the song. It's like, is he gonna acknowledge it and maybe be like, yo, I did it so that people would like follow the controversy, and then so now I have like 1 million new fans of my rap? That would be a cool like twist. That would be a cool end game here. Be like, yeah, you guys, just playing. It was fake the whole time. I was doing some sort of social experiment. I was doing some toxic ass Joey Salads type shit in the hood. And yeah, so thanks for playing. Yeah, well, I'm never gonna use AI tools again. Thanks for buying my hip hop album, blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Right? But I don't think that's going to be the case. He's probably going to make more fake songs, and they're going to be fake bangers too, and people are going to eat it up. And it's like, do you have to be that fucking Aspie guy that's waxing on and on about the integrity of music and blah 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 blah? Like, you're almost gatekeeping. Like, are you a poser hunter? I thought you said you weren't fucking toxic like that. But it's like, hey, at what point do we protect art? Because life is tragic. We live in this capitalist machine, blah, 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 hippie communist rant, insert here, right? But the joy of existentialism, the joy of navigating said reality is creating art that expresses the experience of that reality. So, like, you could write a song and people can go like, yeah, I've had a bad day like that. Millions of people can click on that, connect, right? And that's kind of like, maybe I use too many psychedelics and I just have hippie brain, right? But like, we're all connected, we're all one, right? And like, when you hit those frequencies and you're not even singing lyrics and you're just playing an instrument, and people are like, it's a rainy Thursday. Yep. Like, that's powerful as fuck. So at what point do we choose to protect that? Like, it's cool. Like, even if the computer generated song sounds cool and it's catchy, it sounds cool, it's catchy. It was an earworm. It was getting stuck in my head, right? You could have just even used that song as a template and then made your own song. You really could have. Because the cadence of it, you could hear the computer trying to scour the internet for all these like new wave synth pop or whatever. And you can hear that, and the cadence of it, da 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 da, ba 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 ba, whatever. You could have just done it yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, is it catchy? Yes. Is there digital artifacting and weird sounds and things that don't make sense with the lyrics and the placement of the lyrics? Yes. And people will always have the counter argument, well, like, is that really important if you're trying to create a good, like, vibe, as the kids say? Then the word's important. Like, you like slam death metal, and they go, do you think words are important? Like, it's like, okay, all right. To a degree, yeah. So, final thought on my diarrhea rant of the day is we have to protect art. So, like, if AI there's got to be laws around it, because, like, how rich are you going to get off of a fake song? That's not fair, dude. There's already wealth disparagement. Is that a word? In the world, there's already wealth inequality that's so bad, and the gap is getting bigger, and it's like, people are going to get rich off this shit. Anybody can do it. So many people are going to try and do it, and it's just going to be weird. And then there's going to be like this sea of fake music, and then people are going to like have a selling point being like, I'm a real artist, and they still might be using it, and it's just going to be like really weird. And I don't understand. It's gonna be like uncomfortable, but like, maybe if we can't legislate stuff around like becoming a billionaire off of fake songs, I'm exaggerating, but let's just say millionaire off of fake songs. If we can't like legislate against that, at the very least on the local law levels, we have to be able to slap a label on the record that says AI used. AI used, just AI used, so that the listener is aware. All right. I like to be a snobby asshole and be like, I have such a keen ear. I'm so smart. I listen to music of all different genres all the time. All right. But the regular listener doesn't. They might not know it's a fake song. They're not listening to everything at once like fucking a music dork ass like me. They're like following the beat, or they're listening to the words, or they're listening to the synth line or something. They're dancing, right? And they could be oblivious to the fact that it's fake. Maybe it doesn't affect them directly, but it affects art as a whole. Not like this. I mean like this as a whole with the WH. And on that note, I got a dip. But yeah, we have to protect art at all costs. It can't get to this. It can't get to this, dude. We have to protect art at all costs. Like, why people are getting hyped on a fake song, it escapes me, dude. Because as soon as I started to realize how fucking shite it sounded and that it wasn't real, it broke the immersion instantly. And I'm like, wait, this isn't real. But people, they don't care. The joy comes from knowing like someone like put time and sweat. And they, oh no, that's not right. Cross that out. It should go da 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 da. No. It's da da da. Someone who like had an idea. They had a melody. Maybe they only had a bass line in their head. Maybe they only had a beat and some lyrics. And then, oh, I gotta get home and get to the keyboard. Then they flesh out some keys. And then they make it a full production. And then you could be like, oh, someone put their heart and their time into this. Kind of like when someone cooks a good home-cooked meal. And it tastes delicious because they put their time and their love into it. We can't take that out of music. So that's my final thoughts. Phoenix Flexing's a bitch. And fuck this AI shit. Peace out.